Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to Hamilton x Leclerc will be unstoppable in F1 2025. If you guys want the original video, the link will be down in the description along with the person's channel who video this is. And I am a fan of Lewis Hamilton and I can't wait to see what he does at Ferrari next year. And hopefully he gets his 8th world championship title, even though it's supposed to be his 9th. But we're not going to get into that. I'm definitely a fan of F1, and I've been waiting to, do a F1 reaction video just to see, who's out there who also likes F1 and just cultivate a community with, stuff that I like. And so F1 is definitely on that list. So if you guys do like this type of content, whether it's F1 content or whether it's just regular videos, comment down below other videos like this one or other videos that you want me to react to. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Here we go.
Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Vince il Gran Premio d'Italia.
The man from Monaco is the man for Monza.
Come mi fai sognare?
Jeez, Ferrari really did it. Just 2 weeks after me talking about how they were stuck in the loop, they finally reached a breakthrough. The upgrades that was so eagerly anticipated actually made the car better. And this guy right here,
What I'm talking about.
Hey, shout out to that guy. Oh my gosh, I remember that like in 2021.
So Dad, what was it like watching Charles Leclerc win the Italian Grand Prix?
He was special.
Cut it.
Someday we'll have a serious conversation about this guy being one of the greatest.
That was a
Ferrari
nice dive, I'm not gonna lie.
History, because he truly lives and breathes Ferrari. It's still genuinely baffling to me how he actually solo carried them to this win against those two McLaren cars. And look at this picture. No, this is some crazy aura. My guy got told Norris is on pole, then replied with, I don't
do not care.
Already said, you man are in our ends, ain't no way you're leaving with our trophy. He saw McLaren trying to get away with fumbling and hit the
Bros. Hey, bros.
Bro was not letting it slide. They weren't winning on his stuff. Congratulations, Charles. We're adding you to the list. Top 10 I'm him performances ever.
Yes,
Especially
sir.
after everything he's been through this year. I'm so glad he won the 2 most important races of the year for him personally.
Man, I think a lot of people would definitely say that winning your home race or even just competing in a sport and you're playing in your like home state, definitely like a giant accomplishment because it's just you're at home, especially if you have to travel so many different places. Definitely it could definitely be like one of the highlights of your career, being able to win at home and to be able to win in front of your fans, just because it's more of like a at home feeling, like these are your people, these are the people that probably mainly support you. And so to be able to win at 2 races that just means so much to you, it's definitely awesome. I know Lewis Hamilton, he's always pulling out all the stops to be able to win in Silverstone and I believe Brazil too. So definitely excited for Charles to be able to win like this in his own races.
Now, let's get on to the topic you all clicked on this
Yes, sir. Honestly, when I heard about this, I was extremely shocked because I thought it was just like a rumor. And I didn't think that Lewis was actually going to leave. But him going to Ferrari next year is actually going to be really cool because they have the biggest fan base. They're the most, I guess, like when you think of F1, you're probably going to think of like the red car in Ferrari. And so him being a part of the most iconic F1 team in like the most iconic car, iconic suit, and being literally one of, if not the most iconic racers in F1 of all time is only a recipe for, success. Honestly, it could be a giant recipe for success or disaster depending on how he does and depending on what Ferrari does to him. It can definitely cause problems if they don't handle the situation the correct way. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that he has potential to go after his 8th world title and hopefully get it either next year or the year after, but we'll see.
Winning in Monza was the best thing Leclerc could have done in the lead up to Hamilton joining in 2025. Because as soon as that move was announced, you already had people coming up with takes like these. Look, I want whatever you're smoking, bro. Because
facts.
This thing was a little more bad, in my opinion. I mean, at least he acknowledged that Leclerc is talented. But come on, bro. Charles is not the kind of driver that can handle a nervous car. Did you not see 2020? That season for me was the year that he really cemented himself as that
man
guy.
Everybody was complaining about porpoising,
as they call him in Italy. Obviously, winning in Monza in 2019 was an amazing moment. But when Ferrari didn't have a great car and Sebastian Vettel was struggling, Charles was putting on an absolute clinic. His time management during the British Grand Prix was phenomenal. up there with both Hamilton and Verstappen. The season opener in Austria, he grabbed an incredibly unexpected P2 after starting 7th, while Vettel finished 10th. Essentially, he was putting that car in places it really had no business being in. Winning in Monza again this year was extremely important. First and foremost, it gives the team belief that their current trajectory is the right one. And it's always nice to have a special result to motivate everyone to continue pushing even harder to pursue more success.
I love them
But in the wider
shoes. Those
context
are
of Hamilton
fire.
joining, Leclerc has reminded everyone that he is
Them racing
still
shoes are good.
the main guy at Ferrari. Throughout his career,
True,
Lewis has
yeah.
never demanded number one status at any team. That's a myth that a lot of people believe for some reason, but wherever Lewis has gone and whoever his teammate has been, he simply just requested to be given the same opportunity as his teammate. And then from there, through his talent, he proves to everybody why he's worth prioritizing. When you have a driver as good as him, engineers will automatically feel inspired to build the best car possible, because they know he'll take it to the top. So when he joins Ferrari, him and Charles will be on equal footing in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree though, because I think it's an interesting debate. But Fred as a team principal doesn't seem like the type of guy to have a number 1 and number 2 driver.
Facts.
And also, why would he work so hard to Leo Hamilton in, speak so highly of him in interviews,
Man,
only to make him
yeah.
play second fiddle to Leclerc?
Man, that's
Equally,
weird.
I don't expect Charles to play second fiddle to Lewis.
Man.
He's been with the team for longer, knows everyone very well. So to me, the dynamic between the two will literally just be like most other driver pairings.
I think that it'll be a little bit closer, you know what I mean? I think they like really like each other, especially like in interviews. They seem to, you know, joke around with each other and just have like a cool vibe. I wonder how they're going to be with each other. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, you see them constantly talking and walking with each other throughout the paddock. So I think that it'll definitely be an interesting dynamic next year. I mean, there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff to see next year. I mean, the new drivers that just came in and the new driver that's going to be in Mercedes next year. That's definitely going to be something to pay attention to. But yeah, I think that this is going to be good.
They'll work together to make the car as fast as possible. Since they have similar driving styles as well, that should help in directing car development in a specific direction. Having feedback from two of the best drivers on the grid is also going to accelerate how quickly the team move forwards. And these two aren't just some of the best drivers on the grid. They genuinely have a claim to be the absolute best.
I mean, Hamilton is the best. I mean, currently right now, the best driver and like I would say the best driver, but he doesn't have the best car. If he had the best car, would be the best driver on, like if he was racing in McLaren right now, would be the best driver. But I mean, he's doing his thing. You could disagree with me. You cannot like what I say, but I mean, I personally think that he's the best driver right now on track. I mean, it's either him, Verstappen, but I mean, I think Verstappen gets away with it because he's aggressive and a lot of people don't want to fight because it's very risky and they don't want to lose their race. So it just depends, but I think that Hamilton is the best driver on track right now.
Having the best two drivers on the grid on the same team. What is this? The Golden State Warriors?
Nah, facts, yo.
You're gonna be unstoppable.
Literally
really cooking up a 7-course meal. Ferrari,
oh yeah, this gonna feed generations.
Give them a good car to fight with.
Please.
I need that Monza 1 too, bro. That Instagram post would hit different. These lot post their dogs on social media and hit insane numbers. Imagine what they'd do if they locked out the top 2 steps on the podium in front of the Tifosi.
I promise you, if he wins his 8th World Drivers' Championship at Ferrari, it's gonna break the internet. I mean, literally, if they absolutely give them a good car next year, it's feeding generations. I mean, Hamilton's going to break the record for the most World Drivers' Championships ever, being the first driver to do it and being the first black driver to do it. I mean, he's the first driver to ever do it, which is insane. And then could be the first, literally just the first one to break that record. And literally at the most iconic team of all time, you can't tell me that that's not going to just absolutely break the internet. There's no way.
And the stuff we're going to witness next year will be legendary. I can't speak on 2026 because nobody has any idea who will be where. But at least for next season, we have a rough idea of where everyone will be.
I thought that in 2026, Lewis was still going to be in Ferrari. I mean, I guess now I don't know. I have to go back and look. But
hopefully Ferrari have a championship contending car from the start of the season, because those two, alongside the Mercedes lineup and McLaren and Red Bull, although they're a bit cooked at the moment. Even if we have a 6-way fight for the title, we'll be eating good.
I'm not gonna lie. I like short hair with that cap on with the earring. Hamilton, like, yo, he look fire right here. Like, yo, this is aura. This is aura right here. Or even this one right here. This is aura. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, he's got the fit on too. Like, it's like a sleek type of look, literally. Like, just like a businessman ready to go to work. All gas, no brakes. But yeah, no, I don't think that it's going to be like problems or anything like that, especially since they've wanted to team together. Or at least, you know, when he was asked, or when Charles was asked who he wanted to team with, you know, he said, hello, Lewis. Like, I don't think that someone who is going into that type of like, who is asking for that teammate is going to do things on purpose to jeopardize what they have been, you know, longing for so much. And I don't even think the team principal would allow that to happen just because of how much he's been pursuing Lewis to come to Ferrari. So I think if there are problems, they'll be able to be squashed.
More hungry to win races and world titles, you know, especially after seeing Seb have a chokehold on the sport for 4 years straight.
Man.
Lewis was probably like,
It's my turn.
nevertheless, even if everything is all cool between the
Thanks.
drivers, the fans, oh boy.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
am
that's
looking
gonna
forward
be
to it.
it's gonna be
Hamilton and Leclerc are the two
toxic.
most popular and famous drivers on the grid.
It's about
That's
to get
obviously
nasty.
great for marketing, both for Ferrari and F1, to have them
Facts.
on the same team. And as a huge fan of both drivers, whoever wins at the end of the day between them, I'll be happy. But with that massive popularity will come a lot of back and forth between fans about a whole lot of nothing. From one driver being sabotaged to the other being washed, I can already see the agendas. Like,
Bro.
if people are really getting pressed over this chain snatch by Piastri, you can only imagine how they want these two go racing.
Man, like, bro has to, I don't know what's going on in them opening laps when they're both 1-2. Like, bro just constantly is getting beat, like, on the first lap on the when the lights go out. But yeah, nah, the fans are going to be toxic. I mean, Lewis Hamilton fans are definitely already toxic. I mean, I'm a Hamilton fan and sometimes I be getting up there sometimes, but I haven't ran into a lot of Leclerc fans. I mean, I'm on Twitter and stuff like that, and so I can see it sometimes. But it's going to be, you know, crazy because yeah, Charles is the most after, I would say after Hamilton, probably the most popular driver, or probably more popular than Hamilton. I don't know. It goes probably these two, and then Verstappen, and then everybody else. Maybe Lando or maybe Ricardo. And then like everyone else, just because they're like the oldest in the sport. And then I think Alonso too, he's up there just because he's been there, and he's a veteran too. But yeah, no, these two, clear cut, the probably most liked in the sport and probably have the most giant fan base. And so yeah, their fan base is definitely going to come to blows if, you know, stuff seems unfair or one person looks like they're getting more preferential treatment. But as long as they don't let the media or what people are saying on like social media get to them, then they'll be fine.
But it would make for a good worst takes video. By the way, part 2 is coming this Saturday, so if you don't want to miss it, subscribe and hit the bell. If you told me way back in 2021,
I'm a subscribe.
but that wasn't really a fair fight in terms of car performance.
I mean, yeah, no.
1 year later, though, in 2022,
That car
the
was
Rolls Royce
awful in
reversed,
2020.
And we got
Wait,
one of
no,
the
no.
most insane
Wait, 2021?
overtakes
No,
I've
no,
seen.
no.
And nah,
I'm thinking
I
of
ain't talking
2022.
about
I'm
Frugo's
tripping.
Hamilton. I'm
Man,
talking about
Frugo's Hamilton was lit. Oh my gosh, that was iconic.
Through Cobbs. Wow, what great job.
And some people still think this guy isn't generational. Man, please, Ferrari, don't let this guy become the Neymar of F1, the prince who never became king. Other than that, we got Mexico 2023, with Lewis pulling off this clean move on the grass. Like, look at Max, bro. Even he's And then this season, the only other example I can think of is Belgium. The plot setup for the next 3 years is actually going to be nuts. Because Ferrari
Facts.
have a
Yo,
driver now
Hamilton
seeking
looks
to reclaim his 8th World
clean.
Championship,
Man, I
breaking
need
the record
that.
with a team that has achieved the most
Oh my gosh, look at this. Like,
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
I need it.
What do you mean by that?
in the sports history. On the other hand, you have the Tifosi's poster boy, the dude who has been through thick and thin.
The
with
Tifosi
his
sounds
career
like a
and bleeds with
boss.
also
You know what I
Corsa,
mean?
seeking
Oh
to
my
claim
gosh, he
his
sounds
first
so
world
good pronouncing
championship
that.
After all the
I can't
trials
even
and
pronounce that. I'm not gonna
tribulations.
try.
However it plays out, the storylines go insanely hard. And let me say this before people start saying, oh, if Charles loses to Lewis, then it means he's not that talented. Or if Lewis loses to Charles, then it means he's
Stop
not
the
GOAT.
cap.
Listen, there's no shame in either of them losing to each other. Both of them are incredibly gifted, and no doubt they'll put on an amazing spectacle. One winning doesn't diminish the other, and vice versa. One thing I will say though, Lewis, if you're watching, which he is most definitely not, please fix up this qualifying, man.
Please. Oh my gosh. He has gotten like 6th and 7th so many different times during qualifying. And literally just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have to be better. Like, dog, what is going on? Like, if they give you a good car, please. I need old Hamilton qualifying back. Please. Like, I need Silverstone 2020. What was it? 2022? I think it was 2022 or 2023, where he just absolutely showed up with a trash car. Like, he shouldn't have been pole, but he was. Like, I need that. No. I need Singapore Hamilton, where he set like the most perfect lap ever. Not even simulator could do that type of a lap. Like, that's the qualifying Hamilton I need. Like, he shows up from like I think it was like the Met Gala, and then just put on an absolute performance while everybody was trying to, talk trash about him, like he's not focused or whatever. I need that Hamilton back, please. If I don't have it, it's cooked. Like, I really want him to win. I really want him to win the 8th World Drivers' Championship. So I need Ferrari to give them a good car. I need for Hamilton to fix up this qualifying stuff, because this is not good. It's not good.
Fella is scary over one lap. People be calling Russell Mr. Saturday, and while he is exceptional in qualifying,
he is really
I consider
good
Charles
at
to be a tier above. Like, I know he's been trying and all, but I need to see Abu Dhabi 2009 like every single weekend.
That's why he's the GOAT.
One day I'm gonna make a video on how much of a menace the younger version of Lewis was.
Oh yeah,
both on
he was
and
a
off the track.
dog.
Maybe it's because I'm black. LAG says.
Yeah.
Charles did an interview a few days before the Hungarian Grand Prix where he discussed everything from... The dude has an insane roster of teammates. I personally don't think it'll ever get more difficult than fighting against the reigning back-to-back world champion as a rookie in the same car ever again.
True.
Like, imagine Piastri entered the Red Bull instead of the McLaren last year and instantly went toe-to-toe with Max Verstappen. That's what Lewis did in 2007. And I know it's not the exact same situation, since Oscar didn't have as much testing to prepare for 2023 as Hamilton did for his rookie year. But still, it puts into perspective how ridiculous he was. Making the decision to hop straight into Ferrari, a team in which Leclerc has already firmly established himself, shows he still has every bit of confidence in his abilities. He arrives in a different position to when he first entered the sport. For one, he's achieved everything there is to achieve, so there's not really much expectation. But at the
he's achieved everything there is to achieve except for the thing that was taken away from him, so I think he still has something to chase after.
Same time, there is also a lot of expectation because he's chasing the 8th.
He's chasing the 8th.
He's also a lot older, more experienced, and has perfected his craft like no other. He's still performing at an elite level and is showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Going up against a driver of Leclerc's caliber is no easy task, and truly shows that Lewis puts his money where his mouth is. And ridiculed him for lying and not wanting competition. But here he is, nearly 40 years old, entering a team with a generational talent in their mid-20s. If that's not enough proof that Lewis isn't afraid of anybody, then I don't know what is.
He ain't afraid
Seeing
of
how the two
nobody.
refer against each other will be fascinating to watch, and is one of the biggest storylines for 2025. Another one will be the debut of a certain 18-year-old, but we'll talk more about him next week. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed.
I haven't seen him race a lot, but
Saturday. It'll be another one of those light-hearted ones just for the laughs. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to get my latest videos in the future. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.
Well, yep, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, this discussion about Hamilton and Leclerc for next season is definitely going to be an interesting one as the season ends in 2024. And yeah, I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of issues. I think it's just going to be, finding everyone's groove throughout the season at the beginning. And then it's just going to be, smooth sailing. As long as Ferrari gives them a good car, then that's all that matters. And they just have to find their own ways to, make it through the World Drivers' Championship. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. The full video will be in the link in the description if you guys want to go to his channel and subscribe to him yourself. He's amazing. I watched a couple of his other videos and he's really funny, really good guy. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.